It says you're live.
Are you in your personal page or did I see my baby page?
I see my baby.
There it is. I see it. You're good.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it too.
Yay. Well, hello, everyone. It is Alicia Hurtt, the author of I See My Baby. I am so excited. This is my baby. So this is my second official book that I've published. Yes, I've published another book, but this one is near and dear to my heart. I am super transparent and vulnerable with the book, I See My Baby. So first, I want to just thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because without him, I cannot do anything. I am nothing. He is everything. He is my inspiration. He is the reason why I have this testimony. So I want to thank him for opening this door and for allowing me to share my testimony to then help other people. So I also want to thank my mom. I want to tell her to rest in peace and to just thank her for being my cheerleader, my support, my friend, my mother, like the true example of what a virtuous woman should be. My family, my husband, my dad, my children, all four of them, my siblings. I just want to thank you, all my friends, all my co-workers. You guys have really helped me along the way. And those that truly know me have seen the good, bad, the ugly. It got ugly, y'all. So thank you guys. And I want to welcome everyone that's viewing through live stream, whether it's Facebook, Zoom, Instagram, or a replay. Just thank you so much for your love and your support. All right. So who am I? I am Alicia Hurtt. I'm a wife of almost 18 years now. I'm a mother of 4 children, 3 girls, and what do you know? Surprise, a baby boy just turned 1. I am a minister. Yes, I am. And I am a servant leader. And so in all that I do, whether it's real estate, whether it's professional work, whether it's my spiritual work, I am a servant leader. I am here to serve. That is me, Alicia Hurtt. There's my family. There's the crew. So I See My Baby is why we're here, why we're talking with and to everyone. So let's talk about it. So the history of the book. So how did I have the idea to start writing this book? My life. I said, when I was going through my journey of infertility, I truly felt like I was alone. I know that there were probably some resources out there, but I could not tap into them. Looking around me, there were women that went through journeys, but there was limited information that was available to me. And I also felt like no one was given the true intricate details of what I went through, and I wanted to share. I want to be able to say, you know what, if someone's going through something similar or just a little tidbit of what I've gone through, I want to be able to be that sounding board to let them know that you aren't alone, that the key to this is to envision, to manifest, and to believe. And I answered the second question. Like, I want to be that servant leader. I want to help others. I want to share with the world that God is real. And that if you trust him, if you believe in him, if you put it to his feet, all things are possible. All right. So what is the book about? The book, so ultimately it's about me being told I cannot have kids, to then going forward and having children, but along the way losing children. So yes, I have 4 beautiful children, but I would have had 7, you guys. I would have 7. So I need you to read the book so you can understand what I mean by I could have had 7, like here with me today. So that's a little bit about the book. And it also talks through me as a wife, what I have gone through, but also what does that mean for your husband, for your partner, for your significant other. So that's in the book as well, and providing resources, because a lot of women may say, okay, well, you had a great story. You were told you couldn't. You went through in vitro. You know, you then had a miracle happen and it continued. But what about those women that, hey, it may take surrogacy, it may take adoption? What does that look like? And so I touch on those points as well.
Alicia, real
yes.
quick, on the Zoom, we can't see the slides changing.
Sure. So I'm going to remove it. And then I'm going to add it back. Okay. On the Zoom as well. All right. So let me.
On the face.
Got it. You know what I can do? A split screen. Technology, I tell you. Okay. Here we go. Boom. Can you see it now?
Okay, now.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this is where I am talking about feelings, emotions, experiences. And so what I want to relate to the reader is that don't give up. Don't be discouraged. You know, at the end of the day, the doctor may tell you one thing, but if you're a true believer, you know God has, like, he's miraculous. If you've read any of his stories in the Bible or watched on YouTube or heard from popular, you know, spiritual influencers, God is real. And if it's not that he's going to bless your womb with a child, he may, like I said, bless another woman's womb, bless another situation where you will have your baby. The other part is some women may say, I'm content. I don't want a child. So why would I read, I see my baby? Well, I would like for you to put in the place of that baby what you're looking for. So if it's that business, if you're like, I want to be an entrepreneur full time, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. Well, put that in the place of the baby that I'm speaking of, because you have to envision that business in order to manifest that business, in order to believe in that business. And so these concepts can literally go across different parts and facets of your life. So that's definitely one thing that I want of the reader to understand and for it to be relayed. My feelings, my experiences, and the creative process during this creation. So I'm going to be honest. In writing this book, I stopped for a few months because there are some dark places that I had to share. And why would I write a book when I can't truly like go in and really give you all of the juice, the tea, like I said, the good, bad, and the ugly. And I had to stop because I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to go through this dark place again. Like, I was not happy with God. I literally was pissed with God. You're like, what, Alicia? Did you just say that? Yes, I was pissed. And in those moments, like, I remember one of my close friends when I was living in Baltimore, and she said, Alicia, I remember those moments when you was like, I'm mad at God. And I was like, what? And I was like, girl, it's in the book. So I want you all to really go through the experience with me and know that it's okay to have that feeling. Like, it's okay. And I like talk to him about it. Like, I'm mad at you. Why you do that to me? Why you take my baby, my joy from me? Why aren't you allowing me to be a woman, like to be fulfilled with my womb being blessed, you know? And so all of that is in the book, and me writing it, I had to relive it and be healed from it. So that's a little bit of what I want you guys to know. So I have good news. So in addition to the book, I also have a journal. And so this journal, you can purchase the journal, have it in your hand. Here's a copy of it here for everyone to see. And I'll also share it and share the links. But in this journal, you can use it alongside reading the book. And it's 30 days, and it helps you to overcome. And like I said, it can be overcoming infertility. It can be overcoming the depression that comes with that, or depression, period. Just whatever you may be battling with within yourself, because mental health issues is real. Okay, so let's normalize talking about it. And so this is a resource. Like I said, the 3 main motivators, and like your mantra, I want you to say is envision, manifest, and believe. And so I added a component to the 30-day journal where I'm actually working with you And so you actually have a QR code for every day. And I can kind of share like a glimpse of it on Instagram. You guys get to see it. Yes. And I walk through it with you. I hold you accountable. We do those activities together. So let's just add this additional layer of support because I am here. I am here ready to serve. And so what I'm asking for is your support. Yes, I'm asking, I'm pleading, because in order for me to get to additional people, I need you. I need you to tell a friend. I need you to tell a coworker, because you really never know what people are going through. You don't. And so if the more that you share, you'll be shocked, because the only way I knew about the infertility place that I went through was at work. I literally was at work. I was a manager. I was talking to some of my coworkers and like being transparent. That's just me as a person. And if I didn't open up my mouth, I remember in the bathroom, and it's in the book, I was in the bathroom. I just felt so crazy, man. And I was in there talking to a coworker, and she was like, well, I'm going through a similar journey, but here is the resource. And I called that day and scheduled my appointment. And that opened the door for me, to say, hey, they said you can't, but actually, girl, you can. And I had hope. So you got to envision, you got to manifest, and you got to believe. So that's why I need your help. So I'm doing a virtual campaign, and my awesome marketing coach is on the call with me. So she is going to further explain what you need to do.
Great. It is really, really easy. So on the page, Alicia will be providing the link. You just go to the link and you put in your name and your email, and you're already signed up. Hit submit, and it will take you to a page where you can have a special code, customized code, where you can share it on email if you want to share it on Facebook or Instagram or through YouTube. There's very different ways you can do it, and it's very easy to do. All you do is cut and paste your code, and you're in. And so we really would love for you to share this with your community online. I've shared it to my Facebook page as well, because you never know what people are going through. And if you have any questions, we'll be happy to help you out with it. And we will be putting a video on the I See My Baby Facebook page to show you how to join, just to give you a visual aspect.
Thank you so much, Gigi. You made it sound so simple and easy, because it is. I've also dropped in some links because you're here, you're listening. We put together a bundle for you, and we're providing a discount to all those that have listened to the official virtual book launch. If you want to get your journal and your book, man, just bundle that thing together today and save some money. If you're like me, where you are on the go and you're like, man, I need to listen to it, we do have audio versions of the book as well. And like I said, the journal already has an audio component, so you can get it digitally. If you need to just write it in your notes on your phone and just keep it going, you can do that as well. And also, I added all of my social media links there so that you can keep in touch with me. We are now at the end of my slides officially. So if you have any questions for me, I would love to answer them in real time. If you're listening to the replay, you can drop a comment below the video, or you can send me a message on any of the platforms or through my website. We do have some great things still to come. Like I said, I've written numerous books. So, of course, we're here for the I See My Baby. The very first one was The Real Estate Journey, Overcoming Obstacles. So there I am again, serving, because as in my other life, I'm a realtor, and I want people to understand that there are no judgment, just results. And so I have a testimony to share. So that's why I have the passion to help others in that capacity. And then along with seeing your baby, so now you have your baby, what do you need to do? Read to your baby. So I wrote a book, Seasons Are Changing, and it actually came out of my healing process, walking with my mother through her cancer journey. And I ended up making the poem into an actual book, talking about these seasons, just in a lighthearted way for children to understand. And then I have another book coming out, and it's When I Grow Up, I Want to Be. And what inspired me was my 8-year-old daughter, Amara. And so you'll see a fun way of how children aspire to be like the people that are around them. So that's about me. I'll turn it over for any questions that we might have real time. No questions? Okay. Well, I can give you your time back.
I'm sorry, I was on mute.
Okay.
Have you found the time with 4 children, a husband, and your work to write?
So the past year, going through the journey with my mother, that's when I was really inspired to write. And generally it's at night around 11:30 when everyone's asleep. I have my cell phone light and I'm literally in the bed and I'm writing notes. I'm writing poems. And
oh, wow,
that is how I was able to do I See My Baby, how I was able to do all these books. Like literally that's my time. When they're sleeping, I'm done being a mom, done being a wife. It's Alicia's time and I can clear my head. Even sometimes it's in the shower. I just get inspired like a light bulb, it'll be like ping. As soon as I get out, I just type it in my phone. I'll do a text message to myself. I also use the Google Drive. And so I would like start a document, like a title, a random title will come to me. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back to that thought. And so like I have a book of poems that soon I will release, but I said I need at least 50 of them. And it just pours out. And I thank God for that inspiration. So that's how I do it. And I also have a course that I'm working on that helps those that are like, Alicia, you like write a lot of books. Like, how do you do it? So I do have a course that I am working on that we will soon release. So please join our listserv, subscribe our email list so that way you can stay tapped in.
Awesome. There's another question what is your number one advice you have for mompreneurs? That's a good one.
Don't be scared. Don't be afraid, because as a mom, there are always things going on. Like my journey, my mom was diagnosed 3 years ago with 4th stage lung cancer, which was like a blow. And I heavily relied on my mom to help offset my responsibilities as a mom. Like she would give me a break and then I can do other things or, do my real estate with my 9 to 5. And so with her transitioning and fighting through her battle, it was like, man, I'm not going to have time to do anything. And that's not true. You find the time. Like you always say, you find the time for things you want to do. And if your passion is to write a book, don't be afraid. Like figure it out, sis. That's what we do in life. Bills need to be paid. And you're like, okay, I got this amount and they need that amount. And we figure it out. So you apply that to your business, to yourself. A lot of times we sacrifice what we want for our families. And so you don't have to sacrifice a lot. Like give yourself, if it's 15 minutes a night before you go to bed, do it. For me, I like to binge watch. And like I said, I'm literally watching on my phone, my shows and stuff at night. But guess what? I'm not doing that. I'm going to be typing and get this book done because I got something up in me that I need to go pour out and help other people with. So just have that same commitment, that same drive and motivation that you have for getting them kids ready in the morning, getting them out the door, getting up and going to that 9 to 5, fixing that dinner for your husband, your partner, your spouse, what have you. Like you have to put that same energy in for yourself. Like do not give up. And it is not easy because I suffer with depression, especially postpartum with my children, which is in the book. But during those times, I was like, dang, I can't do it. Like, I have to stay in the bed. Even most recent with my mom, I'm going through what I'm going through, but it's okay. Therapy is real. That's why I see my lady every Wednesday. And I say, all right, Alicia, there's no creativity right now. Put it down. And that's what I do. And then I pick it right back up because I'm not going to forget it because that's my passion. Like I like to write. That's my healing. That's my therapy. So the whole point of what I'm saying, a long-winded answer is do not give up. Do not give up. And that's in that journal. So you want to grab you a copy. If you need reinforcement, I'm telling you with my voice, do not give up, sis.
And you have another great question. How does your faith impact the way you push through challenges and blocks that may arise?
Well, God tells me that I can't give up. Like I have to trust him in everything that I do. And so there is no other alternative, you know? And guess what? Faith comes with what? Hearing, right? So I have to reinforce that by my worship. What does your worship look like every morning? And sometimes, like I said, with the depression, I don't feel like doing nothing. I don't feel like praying. I don't feel like saying nothing. Sometimes I don't even feel like getting up and getting dressed, brushing my teeth. Like it's a struggle. But if I can put on a YouTube video and listen through it, something quick, and it helps me and it takes me out of it. Now, I'm not saying that there's a day where it's like nothing helps. I just got to go through it. That's fine. Go through it. But my faith helps me to understand I'm not doing this by myself. And my ancestors are around me. So it's like, Alicia, you can't fail. You know, you got to push forward. You're not doing it just for you. You know, and you hear those affirmations. You hear those things. And it reinforces, you know what? The positiveness. And it just comes full circle. So like I said, I'm being real. It don't help all the time, but majority of the time it does. And with this journal, I keep going back to it like it's a commercial, but it's real. Because you have to do the activities to help push yourself and to strengthen you. Because a lot of times people feel like me, you strong. Oh, she good. No. That's why I always say check on your strong friends because you're not always good. You need that circle around you. And the funny thing is, God will have somebody call you or send you a text message, or my husband will say something and it'll be right on time. I'd be like, Lord, that's you. Thank you. I needed that.
That's true.
Yeah.
So this is a good question we got from Facebook. How, as far as financial, when you're going through IVF, are there programs or anything like that can help you with the finance part?
Right. So insurance. I was working for the state of Maryland when I went through in vitro. And even though my salary wasn't the best, that insurance was bomb. It was bomb. And so it definitely was costly. My husband and I, we were just like young. We had just bought our home and everything. Like, I didn't really have the money for the medications, but with my insurance, like I remember one bill was like $5,000, but with my insurance, it brought it all the way down to less than $200. I was like, thank you, Lord. Oh my God, thank you. But even with it being less than $200, I still didn't have it. And so I had to put it on a credit card, you know. Yeah, so I would say do your research. You know, the place that I went through, just a plug for Shady Grove in Columbia, Maryland. I just asked a lot of questions. And then I also asked, like, what does my insurance cover? So you want to be educated up front before you just jump full-fledged in. And you also, like with your testing and stuff, making sure all of that is covered. It is definitely expensive. I'm not going to lie. It is expensive. So if you don't have insurance, then it's straight out cash, or they do have financing options for you. And there are some non-for-profit organizations out there that can help you offset it, but the bulk of it would be you. They do have like some different clinical trials and stuff that you can do where they'll actually pay you, but you just have to go out there and do your research. That's the biggest part. And the key to all of this, do your research or go work for the state of Maryland. Because like I said, they don't pay you a whole lot, but their insurance is really good. So that's how I was able to navigate and go through my in vitro journey. Now, when I had to freeze my eggs, insurance didn't cover that. And so I had to pay a storage fee every so often for that. So that's a cost that you would have to figure out if you're freezing some of your eggs.
Okay. That's all the questions I have so far.
Well, thank you. We're right at 2:35. I know we started a little late, so I think that we kept good time. And I just, again, want to thank you guys. I'm very humbled and appreciative for this opportunity. Who would have thought all these years back? Because like that picture right there on my book, that is my first baby, where God was like, yep, she's coming. So who would have thought like I was going through this to now be in this position to tell you after my fourth child, I literally was on the table and my doctor was like, are you sure you want to get your tubal ligation? And I was like, you better do it right now, because guess what? The door is closed. I'm done. So who does that? Me. And so I had to put it in a book. So I just want to thank you all for that, and just know that there is more to come. Just keep me in your prayers, that God will continue to just pour into me so that I can pour into you. So thank you for your listening ear.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming.